Thank you for tuning in to 26 Sports. This is your host, Mike Rether, and I am on with the one, the only, my guy here, Roshawn Jones from SoulCity Boxing, leader in the community, leader in the amateur boxing program as well. Again, the one and only Roshawn Jones. Man, how you doing today, Ro?
How you doing? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. You guys got a busy week coming up, man. You got your man Hitman Haven Brady this Saturday on Top Rank. Then next Thursday, you got Charles Conwell on NBC Sports Network, Ring City, USA. So as we've gone through this year with all this, pandemic, all the issues, all the closures, how does it feel now to go from the last few months of the year, having a real busy schedule pretty much as opposed to how it began earlier in the year?
Oh yeah, it's great because with Corona, everyone they didn't know when they were going to fight. But we're happy to be back in action. Like you said, we got Haven Brady, December 12th on ESPN Plus, and you have Charles Conwell on NBC Sports,
Yeah,
December
so
17th.
yep, main event. So one of the things that I talk to a lot about people about you guys is the work and the grind that you guys are constantly putting in. I spoke with Charles about it. I spoke with a few people that I speak to in the boxing community. Marquise Johns, one of the good guys in boxing. And I told this to Charles, and he found it funny. But one thing that we spoke about is when it comes to you and your father at the gym, you guys pretty much have a gym of the Incredibles. Like that's just really how it is. You guys got all these guys constantly working, but like you see them working out, you see them running, you see them, when they take their pictures, no shirt on at the weigh-ins, and they all look like they were built in a lab or something. So when you see the
Right.
respect and the love that you guys are getting, how does that make you feel? Charles, he laughed, but he said he really respected the fact that people are noticing the work you guys do. You, who's one of the architects of this thing, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great. That we are fortunate enough to have these group of guys that come in and train extra hard Monday through Friday, 4 or 5 hours a day. And it's just the beginning. We still have a lot to accomplish, a lot to learn, and their bodies still have to mature a little bit more. And once we get to that level, it's going to go off the charts. So we just stand down for the come up.
Yeah, and again, I mean, this year's been crazy. You guys had a lot of work that was supposed to be coming up at the beginning of the year. Charles was supposed to headline the show, I believe, in April. Ota was supposed to have a few shows. Do you think, in a way, though, the pandemic slowing down and just the extra work may have been to a benefit as well? I mean, obviously the fights are a learning experience, but the extra training, the extra time of being together, do you think that's a benefit as well to the fighters?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're 10 times better. In April, around that time they're supposed to fight, till now they're 10 times better than what they were. So we got in better shape. We learned a little bit more. Our boxing IQ got a little higher just from that 6 7 month span.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna shock the world come December 12th and December 17th.
Now, with Haven, to everybody that doesn't know, Hitman Haven Brady, one of the hardest hitters coming up. When I spoke with your brother Ota the third, he actually mentioned him real quick about the work he put in. He wasn't pro yet. Now he's pro. What went into the process of saying I don't want to do the amateur no more. I want to go pro. What was the process, and what made you believe he could accomplish that this year?
Well, first, shout out to Split Team Management. Split Team Management is our advisors, David McWater. He felt it was best that Haven Brady Jr. went professional at the time he did. He gave us the best advice when it comes to this boxing game and how to strategize with marketing, development, and as far as business management. He's a great guy. So he told us to go pro at this time because USA Boxing, they're still on a standstill.
Yep.
People still have to make money, feed their families, So with him learning at Soul City and traveling all around the world with us, he's learning. This first 4 years is his college, and he's learning super fast. So that's a plus for Haven Brady.
Yeah, and that first fight he had, I mean, it was a rough, tough fight with the the fighter that helps you learn and grow. and he came out of that with the knockout that he wanted to get, but he did have to go through a bit of adversity. So as you said, first 4 years is going to be your college career here. So definitely think the work that you guys put in the gym and that first fight is going to go a long way for him going forward. Now, what did you see from his first fight that encouraged you, and then what did you see that you're gonna have to go back and work a little bit more on?
First things first. The first thing that I noticed, he had an excellent fight. He had a tough opponent that didn't come to lay down. Most
Yeah,
people, get their first couple of 5 fights, 10 fights of people who come to lay down. The people that we get on our team, these people are coming to fight,
yeah,
and we don't get the easy way out, the easy route, none of that. So, things that I think we need to, work on a little bit is, our jabs, more effective jabs, more body shots, and keeping the hands up a little tighter. And once we master that, we're going to be unstoppable. I feel we're unstoppable now, but we're going to be flawless when he masters those few things.
yeah. And as you said, the guy that came to fight him did not come to lay down. He came to fight. So I believe that's a great learning experience. It's like I've told Charles and everybody else is when you fight guys that are there to win as well, you're gonna learn. So when you go into those fights with as you said, a lot of fighters 5, 10 fights in don't have that. So when they get to 20, 25 fights and they fight that champion or other contender that is gonna make them work, that's been through that struggle, they're not gonna know how to respond. You guys, everybody in this gym has been through it, so you're gonna get to that 20, 25 fight championship type elimination bout, and they're gonna be cut something. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, let's go. While the other person could, start freaking out, start, running wild in there and lose his composure. So that's definitely something that helps out. And I mean, the work you guys do, again, I know it's sound like a broken record here, but if you guys haven't watched the videos, the training, anything, man, it's incredible. I mean, there's nonstop cardio, there's nonstop work all day in the gym there. So if you guys haven't watched it, definitely take a look at what they do because they're constantly working.
For sure.
Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
no problem. Now, let's go in there with your brother. It was a tough fight he had back in Mexico City. He came out with a draw. When we all spoke, we kind of, had that feeling that it was sounded sketchy, iffy from the jump. You know how they switched the opponent. I felt he won 4-2. A lot of people that I spoke to told me 4-2. But he was in Mexico City, so kind of went to the other guy to make it an even draw. But personally, he could have done a little better. But again, it's hard, last minute replacements, things like that. What did you see from your brother that was encouraging, and what did you see that kind of made you know, all right, when we go back, we got to work on this?
Well, yeah, man, that whole Mexico situation was crazy.
Yeah,
First, they sent me the only coach there, but we only went because we knew that the guy that they supposedly was supposed to for us to fight, had a decent record. We felt we can beat him. We still in the learning process. Still trying to build up the ranks to get that small title shot.
yeah,
And they said Coach Rowe, go down there and handle that with OJ3, and we took Charles Conwell as
yeah.
well. And 5 minutes before the weigh-ins, they came with a guy because the other guy was there who we were originally supposed to fight. His record was like 20-7 or 20-10, something like that. With a couple losses on his record. Then 5 minutes before the weigh-ins, they came with a guy who's undefeated and who's also co-promoted by the same company the
Mm-hmm.
Zone and Matchroom was co-promoting with.
Yeah,
So, we didn't have that much time to make the decision. We tried to find some videos of him. We seen like one video. We said, oh, we can beat this guy. He comes straight forward. Even though we're in his hometown with his promotional company, and we only knew about this guy for 5 minutes.
yeah,
And this guy, probably been knowing about us for about 30 days. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So, we're not going to make excuses. The way we train and the way that our family is set up and the gym is set up, we can be put in any situation and manage to come out on top. With the cardio and strength training that we do, we can get put in any situation and make it happen. And that's what we were rooting for to do. But unfortunately, the circumstances didn't work out like that. And we back to the drawing board. And some of the things that we do got to work on, even Steve Kim, ESPN, Steve Kim, talk about is, Osha Jones going back to his fundamentals, keeping his hands up, not trying to do so much in a little bit of time that he's fighting, and stick to the jab.
Yeah.
Master the jab without much unnecessary moving, and focus on power shots. Moving around, stopping and then letting the power be shown. And he's a young kid. He's still developing. He's on a big platform, and at this particular time, we want to move him right and make sure he's doing the right thing outside of the gym and also inside of the gym.
Yeah, and again, like I said, it was a tough fight. You could see the fighter there that he took on did have some skills as well. He was a tough, rugged fighter, but I felt he pulled it out. The judges gave it a draw, when in reality, it's the old saying, you go to another country, you get a draw, you essentially won the fight. That's just the physical record's going to say different, but everybody knows what they saw. But as you said, it was a tough situation. Once I found out how they switched it last minute, I mean, as long as it wasn't given a defeat, take it
Right.
and go back home pretty much. But with Ota, I mean, he did good. Tough situation to be put in, tough fight. He had one of the funniest lines I've heard when they asked him what does he know about his opponent, and he said, "Oh, he's Mexican." That was funny because that's pretty much all you guys really knew at the last minute was that's it. So regardless, he put on a good show. Should have taken the win, but you take what you could get and keep working. So he did well. For Ota, he's a young kid, so he's got a lot to learn, and he's gonna learn it. But things happen now. With Charles now, it's a big time platform next week to be at in LA in the famous legendary gym of Wild Card, NBC Sports. The week before Christmas, so a lot of people are now starting to slow down, just sit back and enjoy TV. And he's gonna have the show to himself there. So, what do you see from his opponent, and what do you know Charles is gonna bring that night?
I know that his opponent has good counters, good step back game. That's what we call, throw a combination, step back, get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he doesn't have that much power. On a scale of 1 to 10, he has about a 7.5, 8 on the power scale. His defense is slightly loose after he get done punching, and he got a cut his last fight. I know that, so he has a lot of scar tissue on his right eye. Um, and what I think that Charles is going to do, I think he's going to dominate this guy, break him down like he does everybody else. She's gonna beat the guy in every category: jabs, body shots, power shots, punches landed, and he's going to get hit the least amount in the fight. We're going to drag the guy in deep water and look for the TKO. We're going for the TKO because we know that guy used to train with Freddie Roach a couple of times. He with Buddy McGirt now, but he used to
Yeah.
train with Freddie Roach, and we know we're gonna have to stop him there. Those are his stomping grounds where he's at in LA and California, his side of the coast. And we're gonna do what we got to do to make it a fair decision. We're not gonna leave it in the judge's hands like we
Yeah,
did in Mexico.
yeah, and when I spoke to Charles, that's pretty much what he said too. That he would love to have the dominant, great performance, but if he could take the knockout, he's gonna take it just to make sure there's no questions asked. So definitely, and then again, you get that knockout, you're gonna get the whole boxing world talking about Charles Conwell jumping into 2021. So that's something you got to do as well. Now, speak about your gym a little bit because every time we talk, man, it seems like you got something new coming up, some more action, some more fighters or something like that. But for you personally, being from Toledo, everything that you guys do, how does it feel, to see all the love that comes to you guys for the work you put in the community and now being recognized nationwide pretty much?
It feels pretty good because we can get help from all over the world because people know that we're actually saving kids' lives, changing kids' lives, putting them in the right direction, helping them get through college, helping them graduate high school, and people see the results. This is not something that we're actually saying. This like there are actually results. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
have a 90.9% chance of children and young adults graduating high school. It's been one kid who did not graduate high school, but that was his choice. He chose the streets. So, he's gonna learn sooner or later.
Yep.
that the real world is tough out there, and without an education, it's hard to survive.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're going to keep doing what we got to do. We have a toy drive coming up for the less fortunate kids in Toledo, Ohio. And so far, we raised $1,000. We're going to shoot for $2,000 within the next week and a half, and then pass out the toys around Christmas. So this shows you an example of the type of things that we're doing to keep positivity in the air. If there's negativity around, that's when violence starts to occur,
Mm-hmm.
and we just want to promote a positive movement and keep families happy.
Definitely, and that's one of the things I respect about you over most of anything else is the way you are involved in the community and the way you go out support and give hope to people that may not have that. So definitely one of the best things about you and the gym is that you guys are always there, especially during the pandemic. You did everything needed to make sure you could get open, stay open, and help everybody else. Because as we know, people with no jobs or anything like that, need something. So some of these kids that might have been around their parents struggling, being able to get the outlet, go out and do something, productive, as in going to the gym like that is definitely a good thing. So shout out on that. Nothing but respect for you guys and everything you guys do, man. As you know, we talk constantly, maybe a couple times a week. And it's not always about boxing, man. It's just about whatever's going on. So definitely, man, nothing but respect for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. And you personally there, I made the post about when we were gonna have you on, and I got a couple messages, interesting messages and comments. One of them was talking about you wanting to fight possibly Jake Paul, you know who he is, and Blake McKernan, who was also on that Tyson Jones card. So before you also said you would take on Clay Collard. So any truth to any of those rumors about Jake Paul or Blake McKernan, anything like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm 3-0 with 3 knockouts, 100% knockout rate. I take boxing serious. I haven't fought in almost a year and a half, but any one of those YouTubers, any one of those celebrities, they can for sure get it. All they got to do is send a contract, make sure the numbers is right, get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, all of them. You know what I mean? I give up a few pounds. I know they're like around 180, 200. We can make it happen. We can fight at catch weight.
Definitely. And while Logan Paul now is gonna do his little exhibition match with Floyd, who knows how serious that thing's gonna be? But he got that coming up. But Jake Paul looks like he might be on that undercard, fighting whoever. Seen a post that he might fight Blake McKernan. Now, if that option comes up for February, would you take that Jake Paul for February without an issue?
Like if somebody falls out in the fight or they need a quick last-minute replacement, they're going to call me. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be ready. I stand in tip-top shape now. All I need is a phone call, and I'm in there.
Okay. So if you guys are listening, give my boy that shot. Oh, lost him for a second. Oh, there you go.
Somebody got called me. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
I did make a lot of money in my first 3 fights, and I made so much money that I didn't have to fight anymore.
So yeah, and you got it going now, and you got your the gym rolling. So still, if you get that shot, man, I would love to see you in the ring personally. Oh, we lost him again, guys. He'll come back on. Give us 1 second here. I'm gonna pause this up for a second. Oh, here it comes. All right, good.
Yeah, my dad keeps calling.
Okay. See, we got Marquise John's my boy here saying what's up to the hardest trainer in boxing. Giving you the shout out here.
Tell him I said what's good all the way to Ohio 419. Make sure he go like, subscribe, and follow SoulCity TV.
Definitely let him know real quick. Now, again, man, I mean, hopefully you get that fight. I would love to see you in the ring again. And I know, even though you're training, you're involved in it. I know you would love to get, just one more fighter, just get back in the ring because you probably got that itch to do it. Is there any chance that if you do take one of those fights, you come back, full scale as a fighter, as well as the training that you do?
I would have to um, do sparring. To make Charles Conwell and Isaiah Steen and Osha Jones the third. Make sure that they don't have fights coming against Brady. Things like that.
Yeah. What weight would you want to do for that you could do without an issue?
160.
160. Okay. So you want to be going with tough weights.
Oh yeah. But it don't matter. I'm still gonna make it happen.
Yeah. That was 1 second, guys. Taking care of something. One quick second, guys. Just making the call real quick. YouTube live, guys. There you go.
Okay, now what you say?
No. I was saying, so you're doing 160, which is a tough weight, but now if you were to go back into fighting, maybe somewhat consistency, would it be to go for a title or just to keep you busy in the times that none of the fighters you guys got at the gym are currently boxing?
At this point, it'd be about the check.
Yeah. Just to pull
it's about a check for the program.
Okay, no problem. And that's always good too. You got to take care of what you got going on. So definitely pulling the check and keep it going would be something good. And then any fighter that thinks it would be something easy would run into an issue as well. Because I've seen the work you guys do, so I know you would be ready. Now, with your sister, Osha Jones, I know as we talked about as the USA Boxing keeps going through these issues, how is she doing, with waiting on and somewhat uncertainty of what's going to happen with the Olympics? Because as we all know, she's pretty much the favorite for that gold medal.
She's doing great. She just focusing for these upcoming training camps. USA Boxing is going to be doing a lot of international invitations leading up for North American stuff. We just got to stay in great shape and be ready to qualify for the Olympics.
Okay, and again, like I said, man, everybody pretty much has her as the favorite to pull off the gold medal. Every fighter that I've seen post about her knows what she could do and what she could bring. So I just know she probably wants to get in that ring, get those fights off, and bring another gold medal back home. Now, with the Olympics going into next year, should she pull the medal or after the tournament, what's the process and the plan for her going forward from there? Is she thinking of going pro, or is she going to stay in the amateur circuit for a little bit before going pro?
Well, she wants to stay amateur, double or triple with the gold medal. But with Corona, you never know.
Yeah,
we definitely amateurs and take over the game, keep bringing gold medals back to USA Boxing.
Okay, definitely. And she has the skill to be able to do it all, and she's young enough to be able to do that double or triple Olympic gold medal. So definitely. Besides having the gym and everything, when you see the family that you have making moves the way they're doing, making names for themselves personally, just for you, how does that feel? You seeing your family be the ones to do it.
I feel great. Our family legacy, what we worked hard for the past 6 years, and we just stay down, focus. Not going to be easy for it. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, and reach our goals that we have ready.
Definitely. Yeah, and that's the work you guys put on consistently, man. So it's definitely worth it. And I know you personally, you have all the personal investment in as well. So I know it feels good. We're gonna get off boxing a little bit. Let's talk about your horses, man. Every day you got videos, pictures, everything. How did that begin, and how much are you enjoying, that little outlet of, being able to train horses, be out there with the horses, and helping people as well who might have that affinity for horses go out there?
It all came a couple years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. Our family grew up in the farm
Mm-hmm.
back when I was a toddler. Uh, we started to get back into it. I was also breeding, selling, and also helping people as well. It's therapeutic for veterans, therapeutic for children and adults. And, it's just great to help people, with horses.
Yeah.
Also make money, form of green money. So that's why.
Now, personally, how many horses do you have personally?
I have two horses, two female.
Okay, okay, cool. And then, do you, when people come out, do you let them ride the horses as well and train the people to be on the horses? You personally?
I train people, teach people how to ride horses. I teach them like the fundamentals. I also train horses as well, horses
Okay,
that ridden before. I teach horses a little bit of manners. And I take people like on trail rides and teaching them how to ride horses on the trail. What I do Monday.
okay. So you got that whole set schedule and everything. So, personally, when you go out there and just go out to the farm and be on the horses now, how much does that help you get the little escape and just relaxation as opposed to anything you may have done prior to it to use as an escape?
Yeah, it's for sure. It's a stress reliever. I'm in my own zone. In my own world. And actually being able to control a 1,200-pound animal, it does something to your team, and it makes you want to do great things. It's weird at the time. You can think clearly out there, and sometimes you need that kind of pressure. Because there's a lot of pressure when you deal with these fighters. You can be training these fighters, and you can think, damn, this can be your last fight.
Yep,
Because it's a sport that you can die in the ring. You know what I mean? So you got to think
definitely,
things through and be. It's time for competition because their life is in your hands. You have to make sure that they're ready for every box.
definitely. So, um, it's something you like to do. Again, I mean, it's the escape. It's the, as you said, therapeutic for you. Now, when you're out there doing that, and just relaxing the way you are, what's the one thing that you love doing most when riding the horses? Like, do you try to do any tricks or any moves, or is it just riding around as you said on the trail?
The best thing about it is when you ride fast, control them. Riding cancer is when they're being able to control them.
Being able to control them.
That don't like that, try to buck you off. So you actually mastering that with horse, that's great.
Okay. Perfect. So it's the outlet, and as you said, it helps you when you're able to control them. So that's cool, man. I haven't been on a horse since I was a kid, so I don't know how I would do that, but it's an outlet. Certain things are the stress reliever and the getaway, so that's cool. Um, and that's things that you find out about people in the gym, people that train, people that fight, the different things and things that may surprise people that they do outside of the gym. So like you
Right.
have the horse riding.
The main thing about having horses is that it takes up a lot of your time, so it keeps you out of trouble.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Instead of going doing this, you got to go feed the horse, water them. By that time, you tired. You go lay down. So it definitely keeps you busy. Keeps you, like
Definitely. And so again, it's the outlet, and it's, yeah, as you said, it keeps you busy and it keeps you out of trouble, keeps you out of getting into certain things, and it tires you out. I know when I spoke to Charles about it, he said you're out there like maybe 4 hours a day or more after training, and he said he just wants to go eat something or just go rest. So that's good. It keeps you preoccupied. It keeps you busy. I know your kids gotta love it, right? When you have them out there.
Yeah, for sure, they love it. I
Yeah.
trained about so far about at least six kids from ages 5 years old to 13 who never knew how to ride a horse, never ride a horse, but now they actually know a little bit about horse.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, and again, it's something that keeps them out of possibly running into trouble. So definitely, again, respect for that. Um, coming into next year, now we'll go back on boxing here. Coming into next year, what's the goal and what's the mindset you have set for 2021 for everybody in the gym?
2021 is a big year. 2020 uh, networks they don't want match fighters fights. So the year 2021, at possible moment, fighting for
Yep.
fighting for a title eliminator or all title, for those type of things.
Okay, perfect. So world title or at least an eliminator or something to put you in that top 10, top 15 ranking. So definitely. Now, you know, anything you want to say here? I know you got a trip going on tomorrow, heading out to Vegas, right, for Hitman Haven Brady. Anything you want to say before heading out? And getting out of here, I don't want to keep too much of your time. I want you to get your rest before you hit your flight. So, anything you want to say to anybody tuning in?
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to run back to you. We have three fights within the week. We have Haven Brady Jr. fighting December 12th in Las Vegas, Nevada, fighting on ESPN Plus. We also have Amin Marcus Washington. He's a ex MMA fighter who's fighting in South Carolina for a small title, I think an NBA title or NABA title,
Okay.
small title. Put him in position to crack a top 15 IBF if he gets this, if and when he gets this knockout, when he gets. And also we have Charles Conway, September 17th on NBC Sports against an undefeated fighter. He's the main event there in Hollywood, California. And for those of y'all who don't know me, I'm co-owner of SoulCity Boxing and Wrestling Gym, where we teach kids how to stay off the streets, fight childhood obesity and gangs. A lot of kids who come to our gym, they don't end up becoming amateur boxers or Olympic trained boxers or professional boxers. They're just there to learn self-defense and get some confidence about themselves. So if anyone interested in that, they can contact me with me on that. We also have camps where people from all over the world can come stay at the gym and participate in the training camps that we do at SoulCity Boxing. Some of the people that are in training camps are from New York, Syracuse, New York. Walker, he's a 17-year-old standout. Also, Jeremiah Lewis, Mississippi State. We also have a guy 152 as well. He's 20 years old, Akron, Ohio. Just a few places. People come from all over the world just to come train with us because they see the type of work that we do, how serious we are. Our gym is kind of like a military-based gym
Mm-hmm.
where we're on a strict schedule. You do this, you do that. We work 4 or 5 times a day. Very serious. So, like I said, if anyone donate or hit me up at Soul City Gym.
Definitely. And again, for everybody that doesn't know, look them up on YouTube, find them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, see the videos, see the work they do. Constantly putting in work. You see the kids enjoying themselves. You see the fighters having a good time. So definitely tune in to them. Look out for them and watch their fighters, man. December 12th, 17th, and all of next year as well. They're putting in a lot of work and definitely earning the respect that they're getting right now. So definitely tune into them.
Also, shout out to Isaiah.
Yep.
Got a fifth round in Tampa, Florida. a tough opponent. He's on the uprise as well. There's names at him. He's coming. He's up next.
Yep. And yeah, that's what we spoke about with Charles, and he said that he would hope he gets a co-main or main event of type of fight coming up soon, and could definitely see it happening. Hopefully maybe one day you guys get all of your fighters on the same card. That would be a pretty good moment, I think, for you guys just personally to have a whole card full of SoulCity Boxing, on any of the platforms. That would be a great move.
Yes, sir, it would be.
Yeah. So again, guys, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for my special Wednesday edition in the afternoon here. It's your host, Mike Rether, with the one and only SoulCity Boxing co-owner and SoulCity Boxing and Wrestling, Roshawn Jones. This is me, Mike Rether, 26 Sports. We'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in, and watch this Saturday Heaven Brady on the Shakur Stevenson undercard on ESPN.